Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited because I'm gonna try out some welding. ARCWELD has sent over this package, which is an all-in-one welding machine that I can try out and test out its capabilities. Now this can really do all three. It can do MIG, TIG, and stick welding. And now I have experience in neither, but I think that's what's going to make this video very interesting. I'm going to start off with unboxing so I can show you guys everything that comes inside this package. Alright guys, so everything is officially laid out, and let me go ahead and explain exactly what is in the package. So we have the all-in-one welding machine that is connected to the torch. It does have a manual book, does have one stick holder, and it has one earth clamp. Now we have a gas hose that's about 2 meters long. We have two different kinds of wire. We have one solid wire that's 0.8 millimeter and then one flux cord wire that's 1 millimeter. This little bag has 3 different types of contact tips, general sizes, a roll of Teflon tape, and a wire feed roller. We do have this 220 to 110 volt wire adapter and a shoulder strap. If I had to describe this machine with one word, it would be compact, but it is also sleek and stylish, and it's blue, my favorite color. Now I like how they integrated the little slits right here on the top of the welding machine just so I could go ahead and add the straps. This makes it very easy to use if you have to weld at a higher level. Now these little buckle latches that you guys see here on the side, they're super durable and they keep this whole top part of the welding machine in place. The inside of the machine, you do have this chart that gives you some corresponding values for the kind of wire that you could be using. Here's where we're gonna add our wire roller, and then here's where we're gonna run it through. Since it has wire feed technology, it's gonna run it all the way to the torch. So this is the face of the machine, and right over here we do have the digital display, we have this dial, and then we have the function buttons. So I already hooked up the machine, it is ready to go. I just need to load it up, and I don't have a gas tank guys, so I'm going to be running gasless MIG welds to start off, and then I'm going to transition over to stick welds. I'm going to be using electrodes from Vulcan for that part, and then I can go ahead and explain what these functions mean and how do they work. There we go. There we go. So you see how it feeds through. So every time I press this button, I'm causing those little wire feed rollers to push through, and it's feeding that wire all the way directly onto this torch. So now that the machine is set, let's go through all the functions right over here. So this is a synergic machine, which means that all of the settings are preset for you. The dial here adjusts the amperage with the corresponding voltage. On the side, we have 3 different weld types. We have MIG, TIG, and MMA welding. Stick welding has the basic voltage adjustment here, so we just turn the dial and then we can adjust the voltage. MIG welding has the option for gas or gasless. So we have the option of running any contact tip for gasless applications, but for gas, we can only run one kind of contact tip, which is 0.30. Now, for today, I am going to be running 0.35, so I already have my contact tip ready to go on the MIG torch. Now, there is also 2 functions on the side. We have 2T and then we have 4T. Right now, it is on 2T, which means that once I press this trigger, I will release it to stop. 4T has an automated system, which once I press the trigger, it'll keep going, it'll keep going, it'll keep going, and then I press the trigger again and it'll stop. We are down to the last adjustments, and since I am going to be running flux cord wired for the MIG welds, I'm going to be running positive lead for the earth clamp. Perfect. And then the negative lead for the MIG torch. There we go. Perfect. Now it's ready to go, ready to start, and then I can do some welds. Wish me luck. Wow guys, so the torch itself, it's super easy to handle and it actually feels like pretty smooth. It's like pretty lightweight torch, so that's pretty nice. Now I was adjusting the voltage to see if I was gonna get some better welds than I was welding at first, and you know, they're okay, they're decent, they're a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a welder guys, I'm not a welder, but I am practicing the craft, so then that way, you know, I will eventually get better as time progresses. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try out stick welding. And for stick welding, we're going to change the leads on the machine. We're gonna disconnect the negative lead that is ran to that MIG torch. And then we are going to hook up this lead onto the negative port that is ran to the stick holder. Let's see, get it to connect properly. There we go. Beautiful. Now we can go ahead and turn on the machine. Wait till it loads up. We are going to also change the functions. So we're going to go to MMA. And you can definitely adjust the voltage. So let's see, let's start off with let's start off with 100. Now the electrodes that I am using is E6013 from Vulcan, 3x32 inch. So it's pretty good. You can see here that the operating current for this is between 70 to 105 amps. So we're gonna give it a try at 100, and I'm going to see what it gives me from that. And let's practice. I am impressed with how easy this machine is to use, and it's great for beginners like myself. Now, if I can make a recommendation, I am going to recommend trying out stick welding first, because in my personal opinion, I think that's going to be the easiest to start off with. Besides, there are a few items that this machine does not come with, like the electrodes for the stick welding, doesn't come with the TIG torch, doesn't come with a helmet or gloves. You do have to already be self-supplied. This information is going to be useful for anybody that does want to buy a beginning welder, and I think this would be a really great option to start off with. But just keep that in mind, you will need a few other things just to kind of like get started. You know, I really liked it. I think it's a very innovative machine. It's very small, you know, I can't believe how small it is. And you know, it was very easy to understand, very easy to use. With the help of the manual book, just makes it very easy to know how to like flip the amperage and kind of like how to work with that. And it's all going to be based off of what kind of welds you do want to produce. Now for stick welding, I mean, you know, like I tried out a very high amperage and it just wasn't really working out too well because it was kind of like burning off too fast. So and I kind of had to lower it down. I went with 85 and it was perfect. So that's also going to be a factor that you have to kind of consider with the types of welds that you're doing or the type of material you're welding on. Besides that, I mean, I really like the machine, and I hope you guys find this video very useful and informative, because I am no professional welder. I do not weld. This is probably like my third, fourth time welding ever, and this is my first time welding with sticks. So, you know, I am practicing. I am really grateful for the opportunity and the collaboration, because I think this came at a great time for me to already practice the new skill set, and then that way, you know, I can get better along in the future and then apply it to either my super project or anything else I want to try out. But this was like really cool, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, and I will leave the link for this all-in-one welding machine down below. Peace out, and until the next episode, take care.